Welcome to this classic edition of the Northeast Texas Game of the Week, featuring football, baseball, and basketball games of the high schools of Lamar County. We are digging back into our library spanning over 3 decades of high school sports to bring you some of the most exciting games of the past. We will be right back with this week's game.
The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want.
He makes me lie down in green pastures.
He leads me beside still water.
He restores my soul.
He leads me in the path of righteousness for his name's sake.
Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death,
I will fear no evil, for you are with me.
Your rod and your staff, they comfort me.
You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies.
You anoint my head with oil, my cup overflows.
Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life.
And I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever.
Go down now for the introduction of the starting lineups for tonight's ball game between the Paris Wildcats and the North Lamar Panthers, the second game of our doubleheader. First of all, for North Lamar, and let's join Johnny Holloman.
North Lamar is coached by Glenn Martin, assisted by Leslie Watson and Terry Giddens. At guard, 5'9" senior, number 31, Patrick Young. At another guard, 6'1" junior, number 22, Jeremy Moore. At another guard, 6'1" sophomore, number 32, Stephen Hornberger. At forward, 6'1" junior, number 20, Chris Chapman. And at post, 6'1" junior, number 44, Kevin Moore.
The starting lineup for North Lamar: Chapman, Jeremy Moore, Patrick Young, Stephen Hohenberger, and Kevin Moore. And now the starting 5 for Mike Long's Paris Wildcats.
Fighting Wildcats, coached by Mike Long and Billy Blurton. And one guard, 5'9" junior, number 13, Sean Williams. And another guard, 5'9" senior, number 21, Marcus Henderson. That's still another guard, 6' junior, number 15, Rod Washington. At one forward, 6'2" junior, number 35, Jason Stevens. And at the other forward, 6'3" senior, number 41, Dion Miner.
Both of these teams still have an outside chance at capturing a playoff berth in the first half of district play. It'll depend on the winner of the Texas High Liberty ILO game tonight. If Paris wins tonight and LE wins tonight, or pardon me, Texas High wins tonight, then Paris has second place in the first half of district. If, on the other hand, North Lamar wins tonight, they would need Liberty ILO to win over in Texarkana, and then they would capture second place in the first half of district. So both of these teams have something to play for. Paris a little disappointed. They had Mount Pleasant, the worst team in the district, in here on Tuesday night, could not beat them. Had they beaten Mount Pleasant, Paris would have actually been playing for perhaps first place in the first half of District 15-4A. At the center tap circle, Kevin Moore for North Lamar and Dion Miner of Paris. Set on the circle are officials, the same pair that called the girls' game from the Dallas chapter, and Paris controls. Rod Washington gets it off to Sean Williams, top of the key. Marcus Henderson. Cornbread goes to Williams. Dion Miner drives right side, goes up for the shot, can't get the roll, and North Lamar with the rebound. Pulled down by Jeremy Moore. North Lamar, they're traveling gold, royal blue numerals trimmed in white. Paris in the home white, navy blue numerals trimmed in silver. North Lamar with the basketball. Left side against Stevens. Shot is missing, won't go. A rebound pulled down by Jason Stevens. And the Cats come back the other way. Dion Miner, baseline right, too long. And Jeremy Moore has his second rebound of the night. 7:10 to go, still no score in this one. Moore quickly, free throw line, feeds it off inside, layup is in, counts, and Jason Stevens called on the personal foul. Kevin Moore gets the basket, and North Lamar has the early lead at 2-0, and Moore will now try to make it a three-point play as Jason Stevens draws the first personal foul of the night on either team. North Lamar beat Paris earlier in December at a tournament at North Lamar. First time in a long time the Panthers had beaten the Wildcats. On the way, in and out, won't go. Rebound pulled down by Rod Washington. Paris on Tuesday night, perhaps the flattest it has ever been against anybody. And it cost him against Mount Pleasant. Nice move in for the layup is Rod Washington. And we're tied at 2. And an offensive foul is going to be called in backcourt on Jeremy Moore. That is his first personal. Teams first, and North Lamar turns it over to Paris. Wildcats, like their counterparts, the Lady Cats, press all over the floor, and North Lamar will have to be able to handle it tonight. 6:45 to go, first quarter. We're tied at 2. If this one matches the last game, we're in for quite a treat, as the Lady Cats beat North Lamar 56-54. Jason Stevens gets free, right side, got the shot off, but was fouled in the process by Kevin Moore. That is his first, team second, and Jason Stevens at the free throw line to shoot 2.
Foul is on number 44 of the Panthers, Kevin Moore.
Paris looking for its first lead of the night.
Second team foul. Jason Stevens in the line for the Cats.
6:31 to go, jam-packed Wildcat Gym, and they're crowded outside the door. In fact, they've stopped letting folks in. That's how many people we've got inside tonight. First shot by Stevens is up and in, and Paris has its first lead of the night at 3-2. On the way, and Jason Stevens, a nice soft shot, took all of the rim to coax it in. Cats up by 2. North Lamar against the backcourt pressure. Quickly the other way. Almost a travel outside jumper by Jeremy Moore won't go. Or check that, Kevin Moore, and the rebound pulled down by Paris. Quickly down court. Dion Moore off the glass. Got his own rebound, tapped around. Stevens has it on the floor, lost it, picked it up. Three-pointer on the way. That one won't go. And North Lamar with the rebound back the other way, Chris Chapman. Chapman in the lane, feeds off right side. Nice move, nice shot, goes in, Jeremy Moore. So the Moore cousins have all 4 North Lamar points. Bounce pass to Jason Stevens, but Sean Williams traveled before the pass. North Lamar controls on the turnover. 5:51 to play, we're tied at 4. Jeremy Moore dribbles between a double team, down court, 3-on-1. Left side around Stevens, got the shot in. Chris Chapman, 6'4", North Lamar. Stevens tried to draw the charging foul and failed to do so. Dion Miner. Underneath. Washington by himself. Washington with 4. We're tied at 6. Game fast-paced. In backcourt, Patrick Young. Down court, long pass. Kevin Moore lays it up, rolls around, drops through. Kevin Moore with 4 points. Harris back the other way. Dion Miner, left side. Has the ball tapped away, Patrick Young. Marcus Henderson tracking him down. There's the foul, and Young goes to the free throw line. Henderson's first, team second. And Patrick Young at the free throw line to shoot 2. Could give North Lamar's biggest lead of the early evening here. 4:58 to go in the first, 8-6. Paris down by 2. And the official score, getting things cleared up with the official on the court, that is B.K. Russell. First shot by Young is short. Just barely catches the front iron. Michael Hunt comes into the game to replace Jason Stevens. Young's second one is in, and now North Lamar enjoys its biggest lead of the evenings at 9-6. Marcus Henderson, Cornbread, looking for help. Bounce pass, cross court, tapped out of bounds, belongs to Paris. Last touch by North Lamar, and Marcus Putty Wade is now in the ball game for Paris. So you have Putty Wade and Cornbread Henderson. Jumper on the way, left side, and Rod Washington is on fire. 6 points in the quarter, 9-8. The North Lamar lead is 1. And Patrick Young, a nice play. They say it is off Paris, belongs to North Lamar. Nice defensive play, nice play by Patrick Young to save the ball. Out of bounds, and let's see who it belongs to. B.K. Russell explaining the call. And now he says Paris. Well, some confusion on the sideline. Henderson outside, three-pointer on the way, won't go. Michael Young can't chase it down. Rod Washington controls for Paris. Michael Hunt back to Washington. Wade, Henderson underneath. Dion Minor's short jumper, no. Rebound tapped around. Kevin Moore for North Lamar. Patrick Young. Three-pointer on the way, short. Rebound tapped around. Last touch by Dion Minor, belongs to North Lamar. Halfway through the first quarter, 9-8 Panthers. Kevin Parker is into the game along with Gabriel Booker. Mike Long trying to get his substitution rotation established. Kevin Moore against Michael Hunt. Tries to go baseline around Hunt. Has it tapped out of his bounds. Last touched off the knee of Kevin Moore. Out of bounds. Paris will control. And the North Lamar partisans behind us don't like that call. Putty Wade brings it up court. Michael Hunt. Ball tipped out of bounds by North Lamar as the pass was intended for Marcus Wade. They have stopped letting folks into Wildcat Gym tonight. The first time I can remember that ever happening. Outside three-pointer, Kevin Parker short. And the rebound pulled down by Jeremy Moore of North Lamar. 3:43 to go. Still a 9-8 North Lamar lead. Ball tipped away. Gabriel Booker holds up, travels. Substitution now for North Lamar into the game is number 24, Richard Woolston. Takes the inbound pass from Stephen Hohenberger. Woolston top of the key. Replaces Patrick Young. Kevin Moore against Michael Hunt. That's a charge. Hunt was giving ground, and Kevin Moore ran over him. That is number 2 on Kevin Moore. Third team foul on North Lamar. Turnover gives the ball back to Paris.
Offensive foul. Foul number 44 of the Panthers, Kevin Moore. Second personal.
And quickly into the game, Clint Hildreth will replace Kevin Moore here in the North Lamar lineup. Putty Wade will bring it across the timeline. Michael Hunt, bounce pass. Washington lays it up. Won't go. Rebound tapped around. Booker has it. Taken away, North Lamar. 3-on-2 break. Quickly down court. Tapped out of bounds. Kevin Parker on the defensive play. Belongs to the Panthers. .308 to go. First quarter. North Lamar by 1. Tapped out of bounds. Rod Washington. North Lamar controls. Hohenberger looking for help. Finally gets it in. Woolston top of the key. Looks for the shot. Throws up a tough shot. Rebound pulled down Michael Hunt. To Wade. Down court Parker. Pulls it down. Lays it up. Got it. Kevin Parker. Paris back on top. 10-9. Cats will press. North Lamar 3-on-3. In the lane. What do we have? Number 20, I believe, offensive foul, and it goes the other way. Chris Chapman, his first, team's fourth.
Offensive foul called on number 20, Chris Chapman. First personal, fourth team foul.
The next North Lamar foul puts Paris in the 1 and bonus. Only 2 team fouls have been whistled on the Wildcats tonight. 2:38 to go first quarter. Paris on top by 1. Kevin Parker. In the lane, Jason Stevens gets it back to Parker, has it tipped out of his hands, trapped in the corner, and throws it off the feet of a North Lamar player out of bounds. Stephen Hohenberger. Parker outside, Michael Hunt. And now Marcus Wade. Wade drives in the lane, pulls up, short jumper on the way. No, rebound tapped around. North Lamar lost it out of bounds. Last touch by Hohenberger, and Paris will control with 2:15 to go on the quarter. Dion Miner is back into the game for the Wildcats. Kevin Parker tried to get the shot off, had it knocked away. North Lamar on the breakaway. Lost the ball. Follow is up. Nice move, Stephen Hohenberger. 11-10 North Lamar. Michael Hunt looks off to Jason Stevens. Jumper right side won't go. Too long. Tapped around. Controlled. North Lamar. Belongs to North Lamar. Out of bounds off Michael Hunt. 1:50 to go in the first quarter. Marcus Henderson back in the game. Kevin Parker is out, and now we have some ice being thrown from this side, which is a mix of North Lamar and Paris fans. And the warning now being announced by Johnny Holloman. Whether they like the calls or not, the folks ought to keep their hands out of their ice cups, huh? Hohenberger. Down it off to Hildreth. Down court quickly. Jeremy Moore over Stevens. Shot is missing, and it belongs to Paris. .140 to go. 11-10. Paris trails by 1. In the first quarter of play as we near the final minute of play here in the first. Henderson, Wade, looked at the 3, off the Hunt, fakes, can't get the shot. Cross court, Henderson on the way, can't get it to go. Rebound, Miner puts it in. Paris back on top by 1. That is Miner's first bucket of the night. Quickly down court, 3-on-1, and North Lamar throws it away. Glenn Martin not happy with that particular play. Richard Woolston into the game for North Lamar. Michael Hunt out for Paris. .104 to go in the first quarter. Down court, jumper on the way. Washington in and out. No, Stevens had the rebound for a moment. Tapped around, belongs to North Lamar. Here come the Panthers. Hildreth on the dribble left side. Pulls up. Cross court, Woolston. Top of the key, three-pointer with 43 seconds to go. Hohenberger with the 3, and it's 14-12 North Lamar. Paris now will try to spread it out a little bit. But North Lamar, with the lead by 2, doesn't have to come out and play him if they don't want to. Wade to Henderson, and Paris now playing for the final shot of the first quarter. In the lane. Buddy Wade, no. Rebound foul, Dion Miner. That is his first, team's third. North Lamar with the basketball and 7 seconds to play in the first quarter. A 14-12 North Lamar lead.
First personal, third team foul.
Hohenberger needs help, off to Hildreth. 2-on-2 break, down court, thrown away with 3 seconds to play. And now Kevin Parker into the game for Paris will replace Dion Miner.
4 seconds left, Trey.
Washington Three-pointer on the way, doesn't go at the buzzer. We're at the end of one, and this one, just as intense, just as enjoyable. North Lamar leads this one, 14-12.
God has called us to go into the world and to care for the dying, to care for those that are suffering. It's just what we do.
So many houses are collapsed. People are economically weak.
It felt like a freight train, honestly. It really did. You just felt the shaking. You felt the eeriness.
When things like this happen, we have to come together. We have to help each other.
Our marriage was broken. We were at the point of no return.
The pain was just growing stronger, and I felt like I was getting weaker by the day.
It's a dire situation. There is a great need for outside help to fill this gap for medical needs.
I was at my lowest point, feeling unloved, and God brought in shoeboxes and gave me hope.
We run to the fire, we don't run away from it. We're on a rescue mission, and we go in Jesus' name.
Ready for the second quarter of play. 14-12. North Lamar leads by 2. Panthers will try to expand that lead to 4. That has been their biggest lead of the evening. Outside Hohenberger, another 3. That one a little short. Rebound tapped around. Stevens pulls it down for Paris. Gets it off to Sean Williams. Down court Henderson. Off to Minor. Right side, in and out, won't go. Washington will take the follow-up, and he's fouled underneath. This one on Chris Chapman. That is number 2 on Chapman. Paris now in the bonus, but this is a 2-shot foul for Rod Washington. Washington leads. Paris scores with 6. Hohenberger leads North Lamar with 5.
Rod Washington at the line.
Washington will try to get the Cats back even with the Panthers. And drops the first one through. Patrick Young is back into the game for North Lamar. He will replace Trey Streety. North Lamar and Paris, considering the district they are in with Texas High and Liberty Ilo. A couple of teams of overachievers. We are top 14. Washington hit both. Pass tipped away by Stevens and controlled by Jason. As North Lamar went long to try and break the press. Outside, three-pointer, won't go. Rebound tapped. Stevens has it in the lane, fakes, jumps, shoots, no. Rebound Patrick Young of North Lamar. 7:23 to go in the first half. We are tied at 14. Young, free throw line, works right side, got the screen, takes a jumper, too hard off the glass. Rebound tapped. Young got it back, throws another shot up, no, and we've got a personal foul underneath on number 32, Steve Hohenberger. That is his first, and we'll go the other way and shoot the 1-and-1.
Foul is called on number 32 of the Panthers, Stephen Hohenberger. First personal.
At the free throw line for Paris will be Rod Washington.
Rod Washington at the line.
He'll be shooting the 1 and bonus as Paris tries to regain the lead. In and out. And the rebound belongs to North Lamar. So Washington misfires from the free throw line. Young is trapped, tried to throw the ball off Washington. Kicked it off to Sean Williams. Back to Washington, to Williams. Outside Henderson looked at the 3, drives, shoots, and can't get it to fall. Patrick Young, 2-on-2 break. Young works Williams. Left side, nice moves, Jeremy Moore, and we've got a personal foul, I believe. Called the wrong guy, to be quite honest. Sean Williams going to pick it up, but I thought it was on Marcus Henderson.
Foul is on number 13, Sean Williams.
He'll shoot 2. Sean Williams picks up his first. 4th team foul on Paris.
4th team foul.
And at the free throw line, Jeremy Moore to shoot 2. And Mike Long with some substitutions. Kevin Parker is in. And now we've got a lane violation on North Lamar. So scratch 1 free throw. Somebody moved into the lane too soon after the ball had been given to the shooter. So only one free throw, and it's missed. Rebound down to Paris. Putty Wade will bring it down right side. Michael Hunt, top of the key, back to Wade. Back to Hunt. They look for Minor inside. Outside Wade. Wade had it taken away. Quickly down court, Jeremy Moore. Kevin Parker in from behind him. Moore got the layup. North Lamar has the lead. Moore now with 4 points. Paris back the other way. Parker looks, jumps, shoots, and left it short. Rebound foul underneath. Dion Minor has picked up number 2. And that is the 5th Paris team foul. We'll walk the other way and shoot the 1-and-1.
Foul is on number 41, Dion Minor. Second personal, 15th foul.
6:09 to play in the first half, 16-14. Paris trails by 2, and North Lamar at the free throw line. Hohenberger at the line to shoot the 1 bonus for North Lamar. On the way, and he drops it through. Hohenberger now with 6. Will try to expand the Panther lead to 4. If he can hit this one, and he does. Cats are not hitting from the outside tonight, and it's costing them as they trail 18-14 right now to North Lamar. Bounce pass, Parker. Lob pass, Minor underneath, knocked out of bounds, belongs to, oh, we've got a foul underneath on Patrick Young. Young picks up his first, and at the free throw line will be Dion Minor for Paris to shoot the 1-and-1.
Patrick Young.
Well, now the Cats got to be able to shoot as well in the free throw derby as North Lamar. Panthers are 3 of 6 from the line tonight thus far. We'll check the Wildcat stats here in just a minute. Missing. Rebound pulled down by North Lamar. Well, neither team shooting that well from the free throw line. Jeremy Moore needs help. Off to Patrick Young. Back to Moore. Bounce pass right side. Layup is in. McDowell with the basket.
Foul is on number 25 of the Cats. Kevin Parker, first personal.
Kevin Parker picks up his first, and McDowell will try to, Danny McDowell will now try to make it a 3-point play and a 7-point North Lamar lead. And Panthers are outrunning Paris tonight. Marcus Wade, Kevin Parker. Michael Hunt. Cats working the right side of the key. Parker lost it on the dribble out of bounds, belongs to Paris. Last touch by Hohenberger of North Lamar. 21-14 Panthers, and Mike Long scratching his head. Minor turns, jumps, shoots, got it. And looked like he took a couple of steps in the process. 4 points for Minor. 21-16, Paris presses. Jeremy Moore almost lost the ball on the dribble. Off to Hohenberger, down to Young. Moore. Chapman to Young. Has it knocked away. Picks it up. North Lamar controls, and we've got a pushing foul on Marcus Wade. That is his first. And Patrick Young at the free throw line to shoot the 1-and-1.
First personal.
North Lamar 3 of 4 from the line here in the second quarter. Lead by 5 at 21-16, and the starters are back in for Paris. Young misses the shot. Rod Washington with the rebound for the Wildcats. Washington. Wade. Jump pass. Marcus Henderson right side. Can't get the shot to go. Rebound. Jason Stevens looks, jumps, shoots, left it short. Here comes North Lamar. Jeremy Moore can't run it down. He was open on the break. And now into the game for North Lamar is Jamie Blunt. He will replace Chris Chapman. 5-point North Lamar lead. Paris with the basketball will try to cut it. Marcus Wade sets the offense, kicks it off to Henderson. Back to Wade. in the lane, has it tapped away, and we've got a personal foul on Patrick Young, and that is number 2 on Young. At the free throw line, Buddy Wade to shoot the 1-and-1, and Paris in this quarter only 2 of 4 from the line.
Go get him, Trey! Go get him, big boy!
Trey Streety coming into the game will replace Patrick Young at point guard. 4:22 to go, second quarter. North Lamar with a 5-point lead at 21-16. Cats, Wade misses a free throw, and a rebound foul on Gabriel Booker of Paris. We'll march the other way.
That was number 55, Gabriel Booker. First personal.
All right, now in the free throw shooting contest, neither team doing that well, but North Lamar just a bit better from the line. Dion Miner is in. Marcus Wade is out. Gabriel Booker is out for Paris. And Sean Williams is back in for the Wildcats. At the free throw line, Chapman's first one on. Or check that. McDowell's on the way, wouldn't go. Paris in backcourt. Williams sets the offense. Washington drives left side, jumper is in. Rod Washington now in double figures with 10. Down court, 2-on-1 break. McDowell off the glass, got it.
Danny McDowell.
5 points for Danny McDowell, 23-18, and it's unusual to see Paris being beaten on the break. Washington baseline again, curls it home. Washington 6 in the quarter, 12 on the half. 23-20, North Lamar by 3. Glenn Martin trying to keep his troops fresh. There's a pass tipped away by Sean Williams. Controls by North Lamar in backcourt. 3:42 to go in the first half. Long down-court pass. Danny McDowell jumps and shoots and hits over Sean Williams. McDowell with 7 all in this quarter. Back to a 5-point North Lamar lead. Henderson. Williams to Henderson. Looks. Three-pointer on the way. No. Jason Stevens fighting for the rebound. Called on the personal foul. Second personal on Jason Stevens. And will go the other way to shoot the 1-and-1. Chris Chapman to shoot the 1-and-bonus. On the way, he got it. And it's now a 6-point lead, North Lamar's biggest of the night. And Chapman now with 3 points. 26-20, North Lamar. Chapman on the way, won't go. Rebound controlled by Jason Stevens. Off to Marcus Wade.
Stay with him, Trey. Stay with him.
Henderson. Wade, spin move, off to Marcus Henderson. Wade lost it. Picked up by Richard Woolston. Down court, we've got a charging foul on Woolston away from the ball. It's not a charge, it's an offensive, it's a pushing foul, and we'll shoot 1-and-1.
No way, he's there. No,
Woolston picks up his first. And Marcus Henderson will shoot the 1-and-1.
Richard Woolston, number 24 of the Panthers, first personal. You got ready to roll, Grant. Got his feet set.
26-20, North Lamar. And some of these folks who managed to get in and get a seat are getting their money's worth.
Marcus Henderson at the line.
In both games. Henderson's first one on the way, can't get it. Rebound pulled down. Washington fouled from behind. And Chris Chapman has just picked up number 3 with 3 minutes to go in the second quarter.
Foul is on number 20.
That will bring Clint Hildreth into the game for North Lamar. Well, Paris is going to have to start hitting some free throws because they have absolutely gone cold from everywhere other than Washington tonight. And Washington at the line to shoot 2. Got the first and will try to cut the deficit to 4 if he can hit the second. 26-21, North Lamar. Panthers have kept the Cats from running and have actually outrun the Cats at times on offense. Second shot is in. 26-22. And they will reset the net. And now North Lamar being told they can run the baseline. Steve Hohenberger needs some help. Gets it into Woolston. Woolston, Hohenberger breaks the press. Bounce pass Woolston. Inside. Danny McDowell turns against Stevens. Shot is missing. Rebound pulled down by Rod Washington. Wildcats can cut the lead to 2. Washington. Parker in the game. Tried to bounce it into Jason Stevens, and it's knocked out of bounds by North Lamar. 2:36 to go, first half. 26-22 North Lamar. Dion Minor. Parker. Back to Minor. Spin move. Shot is missing. Rebound tapped around. Controlled by North Lamar. Hohenberger. Top of the key. Off to Woolston. McDowell bounces it in. In the lane. Fumbled. Shot is up. Won't go. Rebound put up. Goes. And we've got a foul on the play against Dion Minor. That's his third. Minor with 3. Hildreth gets the bucket, and he's at the free throw line for the three-point play.
Third personal.
28-22 North Lamar, and they are simply outplaying Paris right now. Hildreth knocks it in. 29-22. Biggest Panther lead of the night at 7 with 2:09 to play. Washington. Blocking foul called on Danny McDowell. That is his first. The clock failed to start.
Foul is on number 50.
Glenn Martin wants to talk about it. At the free throw line is Rod Washington. Michael Hunt is in for Jason Stevens, and now they're going to talk about the fact the clock did not start on the inbounds play. They're going to leave the clock where it's at. 2:05 to play. 29-22, 7-point play, and some of these North Lamar fans ought to go home.
Rod Washington at the line.
Rod Washington puts it in. Every now and then, folks forget this is a game. (29-23), 29-24. North Lamar in backcourt. Pass taken away. Parker lays it up. Got the roll.
Parker.
4 points for Parker. 29-26. Lead is 3. Danny McDowell all by himself. Hildreth lays it up. Got it. Hildreth now with 5 in the quarter. 31-26. Paris quickly down court. Three-pointer on the way. Washington got it.
Washington for 3.
Washington's gone nuts. 31-29. Pass almost taken away. Off. Layup. No. Foul on Wade. Marcus Wade picks up his second, and at the free throw line will be Danny McDowell to shoot 2.
Foul is on number 23.
Excuse me.
Wade, second personal.
It is that crowded. I just stepped on somebody, and I apologize. 31-29. The lead has been cut to 2, and it's still at 2 as McDowell can't get the roll. It rims the cup and comes out. Henderson back in for Paris will replace Wade. And it's not just North Lamar fans. It's happened on a couple of occasions with some other folks in the stands too. Ball is on the ground. Traveling violation belongs to North Lamar. McDowell missed both shots, and then a pileup of bodies, and North Lamar gets the ball on the Paris turnover. And now Jeremy Moore is back into the game for North Lamar. Moore outside, works against Kevin Parker. 1:22 to play in the half. North Lamar by 2. Hohenberger double team. Baseline jumper, McDowell, no. Rebound tapped around, controlled by North Lamar. There's a walk right there, and it goes back the other way. Trey Streety actually pushed a little bit by one of his own players. And now Michael Hunt comes out, and into the game is Damon Johnson for Paris. 31-29. North Lamar had a 6-point lead. Henderson gets the ball across court, across the timeline, and now North Lamar trying to trap. And there's a personal foul, and this one's going to be called on number 33. That is Trey Streety. That is his first.
33 of the Panthers, Trey Streety.
And Kevin Parker goes to the free throw line to shoot the 1-and-1.
Kevin Parker at the line.
In and out. Paris cannot hit a free throw tonight, and it's really cost them here in the first half. Still a 2-point North Lamar lead. Hohenberger, 3, won't go. Rebound pulled down. Parker controls for Paris. Behind the back dribble. 3-on-2, goes up. No call. Either way. Back the other way, North Lamar. Jeremy Moore, yes!
Jeremy Moore.
6 points for Moore. 4-point lead now for North Lamar, 33-29. Nobody got a call on that Parker drive. Kevin wanted the block. North Lamar wanted the charge. Instead, North Lamar got 2. Henderson, yes. Henderson's first 2 of the night. 33-31. 16 seconds to go. Jeremy Moore finally gets it across the timeline. In the lane, drive, shoots, missed it. And a foul called underneath. And this one will be on number 42, Clint Hildreth. His first. And will march the other way, and now everybody on the North Lamar roster except Jamie Blunt has drawn a personal foul in the first half.
First personal.
At the free throw line to shoot the 1-and-1 will be Damon Johnson. He has a chance to tie it up with 6 seconds to go.
Johnson.
Gabriel Booker now in the game for Paris. He is playing safety. Front half of the 1-and-1 up, and Johnson finally hits a free throw for Paris. 1-point North Lamar lead at 33-32. Second one on the way. That one won't go. A rebound pulled down North Lamar. Quickly down court, Jeremy Moore. 3-pointer on the way. Blocked! And out of bounds, and that's the end of the first half. It has been another one of those. North Lamar continues to lead 33-32.
I had to pack up all my things. I had to leave my home. And I never knew where I was going next. It felt like I never even had a say. But then you came along.
Change a child's story. There's a child in foster care waiting for a volunteer like you. Learn how you can help at casaforchildren.org.
It's halftime at Paris High, and the kick line is on the floor. These girls are the highest kickers in the Blazette organization. We hope you enjoy this one. performance by the kick line of the Paris High School Blazettes, and now we're going to get a chance to
kick club. Thank you, ladies.
See the performance of the cheerleading team that will be going to Florida to compete in the finals of the National High School Cheerleaders competition.
Ladies and gentlemen, next Friday, the Paris cheerleaders leave for Orlando, Florida to compete in the National High School Cheerleading Championship. They achieved this honor by winning the Grand Championship at the Midwest Regional in November. Tonight, they will perform their competition routine. The girls are under the direction of Cheryl Brown. Please give a big round of support and applause to the Paris High School cheerleaders. Showtime!
And we're just about ready to watch the performance of the Paris High School cheerleader competition team, as Johnny Holloman announced. Sit back and enjoy. They did some things that old Bones can't even dream of doing up here. And they are on their way to Florida for competition.
Thank you, girls, and good luck.
Nice job by the Paris High School cheerleaders that are heading for competition in Florida. We are at halftime, 33-32. Let's run down the individual scoring. First of all, for North Lamar, Chris Chapman with 3 points, 1 for 2 from the free throw line. He's in foul trouble with 3. Jeremy Moore has 6, 0 for 1 from the line. Patrick Young, 1 point, 1 of 3 from the line. Stephen Hohenberger, 7 points, including 1 3-pointer, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Clint Hildreth, 5 points, 1 for 1 from the line. Kevin Moore, 4 points, 0 for 1 from the line. And Danny McDowell, 7 points, 1 for 4 from the free throw line. North Lamar tonight, 6 of 14 from the line, just 43%. For Paris tonight, Rod Washington has literally kept the Wildcats in this one. 19 points, including 13 in the second quarter. 6 of 7 from the free throw line, and he has 1 3-pointer. Marcus Henderson, 2 points, 0 for 1 from the line tonight. Marcus Wade, no points, 0 for 1 from the line. Kevin Parker, 4 points, 0 for 1 from the line. Jason Stevens, just 2 points, 2 for 2 from the line. Dion Miner has 4 points, 0 for 1 from the line, and he is in foul trouble with 3 for Paris. Damon Johnson off the bench with 1 point, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Paris 9 of 15, 60% from the free throw line, so neither team impressing anybody with their free throw shooting ability. And to the fellas in the bus, I think I have lost the talkback, but that is not important. Now that's better. Okay. That is the way it looks at halftime, with North Lamar leading 33-32, and the Wildcats are fortunate that they are not down any further than that. As we mentioned once before, Rod Washington kept the Cats in the game in the second quarter, scoring 13 of his 19 points. Meanwhile, North Lamar a much better balance in scoring. Hohenberger with 7, Jeremy Moore with 6, Clint Hildreth with 5, and Danny McDowell tied for high point honors with 7 points in the first half of play. We are just about ready to get the third quarter underway, and this one has turned into what the girls' game was, highly intense, highly emotional, and sometimes maybe a little too emotional on both sides of the basketball court. 33-32 our halftime score. Third quarter action coming up right after this.
The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want.
He makes me lie down in green pastures.
He leads me beside still water. He restores my soul.
He leads me in the path of righteousness for his name's sake.
Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death,
I will fear no evil, for you are with me.
Your rod and your staff, they comfort me.
You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies.
You anoint my head with oil, my cup overflows.
Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life,
and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever.
Welcome back to Wildcat Gym. The Lady Cats took the opener of this doubleheader, 56-54. This one just as close, just as intense. North Lamar has led most of the way, 33-32. Panthers have the halftime lead by 1. And let's see who has the basketball to start the second half of play. And now the scorers are checking their scoreboard because they've lost power to their arrows up front, to their possession arrow particularly. And now some of the camera crew, along with Coach J.T. Davis, are going down to the other end to see if somebody might have pulled it out of the socket. So Paris will have the ball to start the third quarter, and the Cats will look for one of their rare leads tonight. Marcus Henderson on the left side. Marcus Wade, top of the key. Rod Washington, game's leading scorer. Right side, lob pass. Miner has it knocked away, picked up by Danny McDowell, and North Lamar comes back the other way. Quickly down court, Hohenberger. Out to Patrick Young. Jeremy Moore. Goes baseline right side, stepped on the baseline as he drove underneath the basket. And Paris will control on the turnover. Marcus Putty Wade sets the offense against Patrick Young. Right side to Henderson. And now around the key to Washington. They work the perimeter. North Lamar is really shutting off the inside. Outside jumper won't go. Rebound, Rod Washington underneath. Lays it up. Short. Got it back. Puts it up. Got it. Paris leads.
Rod Washington.
Washington with 21. 34-33. Patrick Young in the lane. Turns, jumps, left it short. Rebound, Washington for Paris. Down court. Marcus Henderson. Henderson back outside. Washington three-pointer won't go. Rebound chased down. Henderson tries to save it. Did, and then Dion Miner couldn't control it. North Lamar gets it back down by 1. 34-33 with 6:35 to go. And Paris will have to play the press better. North Lamar really beat them on the press. In the first half, the pass hit an overhead obstruction that's out of bounds, and Paris will have the ball inbounds under their offensive basket. Dion Miner is out of the game for Paris. Gabriel Booker is in. Booker. Henderson three-pointer. Yes! Marcus Henderson. Henderson gets a three-pointer. He's got 5 on the night, and Paris has its biggest lead at 37-33. Hohenberger back the other way for North Lamar. Off to Jeremy Moore. Fakes the three to Hohenberger, who will take it and get it. Hohenberger has 10 points, and it's 37-36. Lead back down to 1. Washington three-pointer. Yes! 3 in a row. North Lamar back the other way. Patrick Young, right side layup, score it. Kevin Moore with his 6th point. Paris up by 2 at 40-38. Henderson goes right side. Bounce back to Wade. Putty Wade, 3 is missing. Rebound. Gabriel Booker had it, tapped around and chased down by pardon me, Rod Washington out of bounds. It belongs to North Lamar. 5:31 to go in the third quarter. And this one at just as furious a pace as the first 2 quarters played. Jeremy Moore in backcourt against the Paris pressure. Off to Hohenberger. Down court, Kevin Moore. Outside Hohenberger, Jeremy Moore, three-pointer, air ball out of bounds, belongs to Paris. 40-38, Paris by 2, 5:16 to go, and instead of air balls now, some people are beginning to refer to those things somewhat facetiously as scuds, which may reflect somewhat on the accuracy of those Iraqi surface-to-surface missiles, huh? Michael Hunt, short jumper, rims won't go. Rebound, North Lamar. Hohenberger, pass is knocked away, picked up by Paris. Gabriel Booker off, taken away by Jeremy Moore. He goes in and is fouled by Gabriel Booker. Or check that, Damon Johnson, number 51. Johnson's first personal, team's first, 40-38. Paris by 2, and North Lamar on the common foul will have the ball out of bounds. Well, if nothing else is ever accomplished by the Iraqis, they've given us a new term for inaccuracy.
There's a car blocking someone in. They need to leave. License number 074FWW.
And I'll ask the guys in the bus, we still have folks standing outside that can't get in?
You're blocking someone in, and they need to leave.
We'll check with them. For a while, we had folks lined up down the sidewalk that couldn't get in tonight. Now, that's sort of cleared out. I guess they've gone home to listen on the radio. Mike Patterson with one of the few seats in the house. Patrick Young on the dribble. Kevin Moore jumper. No. Rebound foul is going to be called underneath on number 22, Jeremy Moore. That is his 2nd personal. Team's first, and Paris will have the ball out of bounds.
Foul is on number 22 of the Panthers, Jeremy Moore.
4:30 to play in the third quarter, and Paris up 40-38. Marcus Wade, Michael Hunt. Back to Wade, and now Kevin Parker in the game for Paris. Looks inside. Back to Parker. Lob pass, Dion Moore. Stepped on the baseline trying to save it. Might have been better off letting it go out of bounds. North Lamar will control. Hohenberger into Young. And Young will bring it down court. 3-on-1 break. Drive, layup. Will it count? No basket. Offensive foul.
No bucket. No bucket.
Jeremy Moore called on the offensive foul. That is his third and the team's second. The basket will not count, and Paris has it back. 4:06 to play in this one. Third quarter. North Lamar fans don't get nervous. Wade, jump pass, Parker, drives baseline right. Short jumper is in, Kevin Parker. Parker now with 6, and Paris leads again by 4. Patrick Young in back court. Finally gets it to Kevin Moore, who clears the timeline down court. Chapman, Hohenberger, three-pointer, won't go. Got his own rebound. Looks, shoots, had a block from behind. Turns, shoots again. No. Rebound tapped around, fought for, and it's going to be a personal foul called on who? Number 44 of North Lamar, Kevin Moore. And that is 3 on Kevin Moore. Third team foul on North Lamar, and Paris will control the basketball. 3:25 to go in the third quarter. Cats lead by 4. For Paris to perhaps put themselves in a playoff position, they would have to win tonight, and Texas High would need to beat Liberty Ilo. Parker, three-pointer, got it! Parker is hit for 5 here in the third quarter, and Paris has its biggest lead at 45-38. North Lamar loses it out of bounds, and Paris has it back. And that may have turned this one around. Parker is suddenly hit for 5 quick ones. And Paris now will pull it out a little bit. Rod Washington looking. Dion Moore, or Minor. Parker drives, looks, pulls up, jumps, shoots, got it. Minor now has hit 7 points in this quarter. Parker has 47-38. Pass tipped away. Kevin Moore controls against Jason Stevens. Drives baseline, lost it on the dribble. Out of bounds, Paris. 2:39 to go in the third quarter. 47-38, and all of a sudden the Wildcats have exploded out to a 9-point lead. Thanks to Kevin Parker, who has come in off the bench to hit 7 points, including a 3. And now North Lamar wants a timeout with 2:39 to go. And we'll remind you once again our score in the third quarter. Paris 47, North Lamar 38.
Giving a gift can change the world. The gift of emergency shelter changes communities. The signature blue Samaritan's Purse plastic is often seen after natural disasters, patching roofs or building transitional shelters. This heavy-duty plastic can keep a family safe from the weather until they have an opportunity to rebuild. This is how giving emergency shelter can change lives in Jesus' name. Give a shelter. Help change the world.
We're back, third quarter at Paris High Gym, and well, it's turned into your basic sauna here. There is not an empty seat in the house. They are lined up in the hallways outside. It is 47-38 Wildcats. The Lady Cats pulled out a 56-54 win earlier. In this third quarter, we have had 4 3-pointers, 3 by Paris, 1 by North Lamar. Kevin Parker has come in off the bench to hit for 7. Rod Washington has 5 and Marcus Henderson 3 for Paris. And the Cats with the basketball can expand the lead to double figures. We are currently at the biggest lead by either team tonight. North Lamar at one time had led by 6. That in the second quarter. Dion Minor almost lost it. Gets it off to Rod Washington. Michael Hunt. Kevin Parker, jumper on the way. That one is off. Rebound tapped around, controlled underneath by Michael Hunt, and he is fouled, I believe, and they're going to call this one on number 30, and that, or check that.
Foul is on
Number 32, Stephen Hohenberger. That is his second, team's fourth. And Paris will have the ball out of bounds. Well, they say Michael Hunt was in the act of shooting. That is a rather liberal interpretation of the act of shooting right there. That one may not quite fit the dictionary definition of active shooting. 2:13 to play in the third quarter, and Michael misses the first one. Hunt gets the second, and Paris now leads by 10, 48-38. First double-digit lead for either team tonight. And now North Lamar will have its character tested. Nice pass, tipped around, off Kevin Parker, belongs to North Lamar. .205 to play, third quarter. North Lamar trails by 10. Woolston, free throw line, inside, running one-hander, won't go, but he draws a foul, and this one on Damon Johnson. That is Johnson's second, team's second. And Woolston at the line to shoot two.
Foul is on number 51.
North Lamar only 5 points in this quarter. A three-pointer by Hohenberger, a layup by Kevin Moore.
Richard Woolston at the line.
Woolston, the first of two, on the way, and he missed it. Dare I say it, another scud? But I won't. Woolston will try to get this one closer, and in and out won't go. Rebound, Dion Miner, and Paris back the other way, leading by 10, and this third quarter may have proven to be North Lamar's undoing. Rod Washington, they will set the spread. Washington drives, looks out to Kevin Parker. Trying to free up the back door if North Lamar tries to double team. Parker, Dion Miner. Out to Rod Washington. And right now, the Wildcats' four corners working a little bit better than the Lady Cats' four corners. Washington got away, lays it up, scores. Rod Washington going one-on-one. 7 points in the quarter, 26 on the night. Long down court pass, thrown away. Woolston was trapped by Miner and Parker in the corner and tossed it away. Paris on the turnover, leads by 12 at 50-38, and North Lamar's composure has begun to slip a little bit. Hunt off to Washington, who's put on a great show tonight. Working one-on-one. Off to Michael Hunt, and he is fouled. Reach in on Hohenberger. That is the third on Hohenberger, and Michael Hunt at the free throw line to shoot the one-and-one.
Two of the Panthers, Steve Hohenberger. Third personal.
58 seconds to play in the third quarter. North Lamar has managed but 5 points in this quarter. And they have fallen victim to the Paris press to at least some extent. Chapman with the rebound for North Lamar as Hunt's shot is missing. Woolston. Right side, Streety. Outside, Hohenberger's three is missing. Rebound pulled down, Miner. And he will give it back to Washington with 38 seconds to go in the quarter. Paris setting the four corner. And now Washington going to have to give it up. Bounce pass, Parker, drive lane, shot is missed, and he's fouled on the drive. And that one on Trey Streety. Streety's second. And with 19 seconds to go, Kevin Parker at the line to shoot two.
Second personal. Kevin Parker at the line.
50-38 Paris, and Parker will try to extend the lead. Got it. Kevin Parker has come here in the third quarter and struck for 8 points. He has complimented Rod Washington rather well in the third. Second one is up and in. 9 points for Parker in the quarter, 13 on the night. 52-38, 16 seconds to go. Woolston drives and is fouled on the floor before the shot.
Foul is on number 51.
Foul is on Damon Johnson, his third, team's third.
Third team foul.
And the foul on the floor, North Lamar with the ball out of bounds with 12 seconds to go. Chapman jumper over Minor, got it. It's been a long time. A big dry spell for North Lamar. 3 seconds to go, 2-1, and that's the end of the quarter, but Paris is blown out to a 52-40, 12-point lead, as North Lamar can only manage 7 points here in the third quarter of play.
I had to leave my parents. I had to move schools. I don't know anyone here. Everything keeps changing. Why is this happening to me? I'm sure glad you're here.
Change a child's story. There's a child in foster care waiting for a volunteer like you. Learn how you can help at casaforchildren.org.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter of play in the second game of our doubleheader. And the Paris boys, with a 20-point third quarter, held North Lamar to 7 and have gone out by 12, 52-40. After North Lamar had led at the end of 14-12, and at the end of the first half, 33-32. Panthers with the ball will try to get the offense recranked. Trey Streety. Outside, Hohenberger. Missed it. Kevin Moore got the rebound. Baseline left. Jumper is too long. Streety has it knocked out of bounds. Belongs to North Lamar. They got folks stacked everywhere you can possibly stack people tonight at Wildcat Gym. Kevin Moore, baseline, ball knocked away, picked up by Hohenberger, needs some help. Bounce pass out to Streety, now around to the left side. Jeremy Moore drives the lane, lost control, ball picked up, Dion Minor, back the other way. And Paris now will set up the delay with 7:20 to go and leading by 12. And that's off Rod Washington, yes sir, proper call. Hohenberger distracted him, and Washington lost it out of bounds. So North Lamar gets it back, but they need points just about every trip down now. Jeremy Moore breaks around Minor, lays it up and in. Nice move, Jeremy Moore. Moore now with 8 points on the night. Lead is 10. North Lamar will press. Wade needs help. Down court by himself. Stevens goes up, lays it home. Jason Stevens got lost in the shuffle, and North Lamar paid for it. 54-42, ball knocked out of bounds on the defensive pressure by Paris. North Lamar will control. And now we've got a timeout called on the court. The timeout, I believe, charged to North Lamar. 54-42, the Paris Wildcats lead by 12. The scenario for the first half of district goes something like this. Texas High and Liberty Ilo are playing tonight. Now, for Paris to finish in second place based on a tiebreaker, Texas High would have to beat LE. If LE wins and Texas High and Paris finish tied for second, then Texas High takes second based on the fact that they beat Paris High in Texarkana last week. For North Lamar, if the Panthers can pull this one out of the fire, they would have to hope that LE wins. That way they would finish tied with Texas High, whom they have already beaten. If Texas High would win and LE lose and North Lamar stay tied with the Leopards would get second place based on their win over North Lamar last week, or Tuesday night. I hope you are just as confused as I am now. Three-pointer on the way, won't go. A rebound pulled down. Marcus Henderson. And Henderson twisted an ankle. He limps up court as Wade dribbles into forecourt across the timeline. Wade all the way in, laid it up, couldn't get it. And he came in from out of bounds and was standing on the baseline when he tried to take it away from Hohenberger. The ball belongs to North Lamar. Marcus Wade missed the layup that time as he got a nice drive underneath. Henderson is out, Kevin Parker back in, as Henderson, as we said, turned his ankle on that play just a few moments ago at the North Lamar end of the court. Hohenberger will work against Dion Minor. Threw it away. Intended for Jeremy Moore, and North Lamar just killing themselves right now. They've got the people open, but they're throwing the ball away, trying to get it to them. Pressure now from North Lamar. Wade, Rod Washington across the timeline beats the 10-second count. Parker looks. Drives in the lane. Jumper on the way. Partially blocked. Hohenberger pulls it down. Hohenberger back the other way. To Streety. To Jeremy Moore. They're trying to break Hohenberger free for a possible three-point attempt. 54-42. Paris by 12. Jeremy Moore looks at the three-pointer. Over to Streety. McDowell threw it away. And Glenn Martin wants another timeout. 5:27 to go on this one. The Paris lead remains 12, and North Lamar is squandering opportunities right now to get back in this one. Now let's see. Let me take a look at our schedule, and we'll tell you where we're at next Friday night. And we will be at North Lamar as the Liberty Ilo Leopards come in to play Glenn Martin's boys. The Leopards, depending on who you talk to, but at least everybody from Paris would certainly agree, the benefit of a lot of somewhat questionable calls in Texarkana this past Tuesday night beat North Lamar when the Panthers had a chance to beat them. So we'll see if North Lamar can't pull the upset off on its home court next Friday night. 54-42, Paris by 12. Wildcats with the ball. North Lamar will press. Panthers really need a couple of Wildcat turnovers to get back into this one. And a foul in backcourt. It's going to be called on Jeremy Moore, and I lost my place, but we'll get it back.
22 of the Panthers.
And that is number 4 on Jeremy Moore, and that will put Marcus Wade at the free throw line to shoot the 1-and-1. Each team is scratched for just 2 points in the opening minute and a half of this quarter. That shot by Wade is missing. Patrick Young with the rebound for North Lamar. Panthers need a basket this time down. Trey Streety. Jeremy Moore. Missed the jumper. Parker with the rebound for Paris. Lost the ball. Out of bounds. Belongs to Paris for North Lamar. Check that. Off Kevin Parker. 5:06 to go on the game. Paris holding on to a 12-point lead. Broke this one open in the third quarter. Patrick Young. Dribbled it off his foot. Got it back. Almost traveled. Jeremy Moore to Kevin Moore. North Lamar is wasting a little bit of time here. Chapman has the ball stripped. Down court. Parker lays it up. Score. Parker with 15 points unofficially on the night. 56-42, and that one may have done it. Three-pointer is in. Trey Streety got the three. 56-45, lead is 11. Dion Miner back to Wade, and they will try to run a little clock right now, the Paris Wildcats. Kevin Parker drives. Right side, Stevens, or left side, Stevens lays it home. No basket. Charging foul on Jason Stevens. Stevens picks up his third, team's fourth. And North Lamar gets it back, and this is the opportunity the Panthers have needed. They can get it under 10 on this possession with 4:10 to go, and Jason Stevens coming out. Every kid in high school wants to be able to count the bucket on a charge, but high school rules say even if it goes through, it doesn't count if you're called for the offensive foul. Jeremy Moore, nice spin move, got the roll.
Jeremy Moore.
The lead is 9 for Paris. Here comes Wade, the trap set up, needs help. Travels, I think. No, we've got a foul called on number 33, Trey Streety. Third on Streety. Marcus Wade goes to the free throw line where he is 0 for 2 tonight.
Number 33.
He shoots the 1-and-1.
Third personal.
Well, if you're going to foul the guy on the court right now who hasn't done very well from the line, Marcus Wade's one you want to get. 9-point Paris lead. North Lamar has shaved a quick 5 points off that lead, and we still got 3:49 to go. Wade's shot is up, doesn't go. Kevin Moore with the rebound for North Lamar. Here comes Chapman on the dribble. Jeremy Moore. Bounce pass, Hohenberger, three-pointer, short, rebound, personal foul, Kevin Moore. And we'll go the other way. Marcus Henderson will shoot shots. Fourth foul on Kevin Moore, and Marcus Henderson, cornbread at the free throw line. He is 0 for 1 tonight from the line. The Wildcats don't hit their free throws. With just 3:33 to go in the game and a 9-point lead, they could be pulling North Lamar right back into it by their inability to convert from the charity stripe. Henderson's first one is in. 6 points on the night for Marcus Henderson. But the story of the night, Rod Washington's second quarter, Kevin Parker's third. Cornbread misses the second. 10-point Paris lead. No call. Hohenberger, Streety, jumper, in and out, rebound, no, we've got a foul underneath on Putty Wade. That is the third foul on Wade, and now the bonus in effect for North Lamar, but this a shooting foul, and Jeremy Moore has a pair.
Third personal, 15th foul.
Michael Hunt doing a little light housekeeping over by the Paris bench.
Moore at the line.
3:21 to play, and Moore can trim the lead to 8. Reminiscent of that late surge by the Pantherettes in tonight's first game. First shot is up and in, and Moore with 5 points in the quarter, 11 on the night. Second Panther in double figures. Second one is in. Lead is down to 8. 57-49, and Wade now looking at the trap. Off to Dion Miner, who breaks the timeline and traveled. North Lamar gets it back. Wildcats are losing their composure. They had a 14-point lead, and all of a sudden it's begun to evaporate right in front of their eyes. Jeremy Moore, top of the key. Trey Streety, back to Moore. Nice move, jumper on the way. Got it. Jeremy Moore has gone nuts. 8 points in the quarter. 57-51. The Paris lead down to 6 with 2:52 to go in the game. Dion Miner across the timeline. Lob pass, Washington. Drives left side, off to Parker. Inside, threw it away, but picked up by Marcus Henderson, and now Paris will reset the spread offense. Wade looks, passes off. Three-pointer, Washington short. Rebound, we got a foul on Rod Washington. 1-1 coming up for North Lamar. Washington's first. And the lead could be narrowed to 4.
Rod Washington, first personal.
Incredible. 14-point Paris lead is down to 6. Could be as little as 4 if Trey Streety hits both of these. And Streety has a three-pointer to his credit in this quarter. On the way, won't go. Rebound ripped down by Dion Miner. Off to Wade. Wade breaks the timeline, travel. North Lamar with another chance with 2:16 to go. Now, just when you thought this one was going to turn into one of those ho-hum kind of things, North Lamar has surged, and we've got a ball game. Jeremy Moore looks and is fouled by Marcus Wade. Wade picks up number 4. Jeremy Moore at the free throw line, where he is 2 of 3 tonight, and he shoots the 1-and-1. 2:09 to go in this one.
Jeremy Moore at the line.
On the way, can't get the roll. Another big front end of a 1-and-1 missed by North Lamar. Second consecutive one, and now we've got a what? A wet spot on the floor is what we've got, and an official's timeout. 2:01 to play. And Paris, I believe, will have the ball on the far sideline. 57-51 Wildcats, but the Panthers have blown a couple of opportunities from the charity stripe here. If they'd have hit all 4 free throws, we'd be tied right now. Henderson to Wade, playing with 4 personal fouls. Off to Kevin Parker. Parker drives right side, holds up, out to Wade. 57-51 Paris, 1:44 to play. Blocking foul called on Jeremy Moore, and he is gone. That is the 5th personal on Jeremy Moore.
Two of the Panthers, Jeremy Moore, 5th personal.
And for a guy that, if you were wanting somebody to draw a foul, that was the wrong guy. He's been their offense here in the 4th quarter. He had 8 points in the quarter, 14 on the night. And that's not the guy you wanted to foul out. Marcus Wade at the free throw line. 0 for 3 tonight, shooting the 1-and-1.
Buddy Wade in the line.
Neither team has exactly impressed anybody with their free throw shooting, and Wade finally hits one of 4. Nobody's leaving. 1:41 to go. A couple of Stephen Hohenberger three-pointers, and they're right back in this thing again. Wade's second one, got it. 2 clutch free throws by Marcus Putty Wade. North Lamar cannot waste time. They trail by 8. Woolston, top of the key. Goes right side, kicks it off to Streety. Michael Hunt now on Hohenberger. Underneath, Kevin Moore walked. Made a nice move underneath, but walked in the process. And Paris with an 8-point lead now with 1:25 to go, and Glenn Martin wants another timeout. And now they didn't get timeout called in time. And all by himself, Rod Washington. North Lamar never got timeout called before Paris inbounded the ball, and if you don't have the ball, you can't call timeout, except in a dead ball situation. Whoa, nice steal. Here comes Hohenberger, took it away from Parker, lays it up, scored! And a foul on Marcus Henderson. Henderson's second. Hohenberger's 5th point of the half, 12th of the night. 59-53.
Marcus Henderson.
Hohenberger will be shooting 1. And a timeout has been called on the court. 1:08 to play. North Lamar down by 6 at 59-53.
Oh, it's going to be great.
I think it goes around.
Let's go. We got to get you in practice.
And it's set.
Back for the final minute and 8 of the 4th quarter. Stephen Hohenberger will be at the free throw line to try and complete the 3-point play. That would leave Paris with just a 5-point lead. And, well, what can you say? First game ended up 56-54 Lady Cats. This one, just a few moments ago with a 14-point Paris lead, looked pretty secure for the Wildcats, but it's not nearly as secure, I think, as Mike Long had hoped it would be at this time. Hohenberger will try to trim the lead to 5, and then North Lamar will clamp on the full court pressure. Couldn't get the roll. North Lamar has missed some critical free throws down the stretch. 59-53. The lead is 6. Wade drives left side, will pull it back out, and now is fouled by Richard Woolston. Woolston picks up his second. Wade to the free throw line, and well, Marcus has hit his last couple.
That was called on the Panthers, number 24.
53 seconds to go.
Second personal. Putty Wade at the line.
Marcus Putty Wade. Cornbread Henderson is not in the game right now. Wade gets another one. Well, Marcus Wade, some clutch free throw shooting, which may win the game for Paris. Meanwhile, North Lamar has hurt themselves from the free throw line and here in the late going. Second one is up and Wade got it. 61-53, and that may do it unless North Lamar can find some three-pointers. Woolston drives, looks around Stevens, threw up a wild one. Kevin Moore scores and will shoot one.
Kevin Moore.
Jason Stevens picks up number 4, Kevin Moore, with his 4th point and a half, 8th on the night. And Moore will shoot for the three-point play that will cut the lead again to 5. Some folks electing to leave, but I don't think I go just yet. (61-55) Paris. 61-56. North Lamar couldn't crap on the press, and now they want to foul somebody. And they do. They foul Marcus Wade, and it's going to be called on Trey Streety.
Foul zone number 33 of the Panthers, Trey Streety.
Wade
4th personal.
At the free throw line to shoot the 1-and-1. He is 4 of 6 here in the 4th quarter after going 0 for 2. Or check that, 0 for 1 in the first half, and actually missed his first 3 free throws tonight. He's hit his last 4. 36 seconds to play. Paris by 5. On the way, missed it. Rebound, North Lamar. Here comes Hohenberger against Michael Hunt, and Hunt's going to be called on the block. First personal on Michael Hunt, and Hohenberger at the line to shoot the 1-and-1.
31 in the cast, Michael Hunt.
North Lamar has missed some big free throws here in the 4th quarter. Hohenberger has a chance to atone for part of that right now.
Number 32, Stephen Hohenberger.
2 here, narrows the deficit to 3. Missed the shot. Rebound pulled down Streety. Outside Hohenberger's 3, an air ball. Yes, gentlemen, that definitely was a scud. Kevin Parker, 16 seconds to go, fouled by Kevin Moore. And Kevin Moore has just fouled out with 13 seconds to go. Moore finishes the night with 9 points.
Kevin Moore, 5th personal.
Danny McDowell coming in to replace him in the North Lamar lineup. Kevin Parker at the free throw line. Boy, North Lamar, clutch free throw shooting tonight, I think, might have pulled this one out for them, but they have missed some very important free throws tonight.
Kevin Parker at the line.
Parker to shoot the 1 in bonus, and the first one is in. And that, for all intents and purposes, is this game, 62-56. On the way, and that one should wrap it up. 63-56. Michael Hunt is in. They will try to stop the three-point attempt here. Woolston quickly down court. Pulls up for the tray. Missed it long. Rebound. Michael Hunt pulls it down. Off to Rod Washington, who's fouled in back court by Chris Chapman. And Washington goes to the free throw line to shoot 1-and-1.
4th personal. Rod Washington at the line.
63-56 Paris. Wildcat gym beginning to empty. But it will take us a while to work around the crowd and pack up tonight. Washington hits the first. Washington tonight, 27 points, 28 now. And that one is in. 29 points for Washington. And the three-pointer is good at the buzzer for North Lamar. Credit the shot to Chris Chapman. But the final here, 65-59, is Paris.
3 points by Chris Chapman.
has swept North Lamar at Wildcat Gym tonight. Looks something like this as far as scoring by quarters, and then we'll give you a quick look at the individual scoring leaders for both teams. North Lamar led at 14-12 after the end of one and had a 33-32 lead as the first half drew to a close. But Paris put it away in the third quarter when they outscored the Panthers by a count of 20-7. Went up 52-40. And then North Lamar came back late in the fourth, 19-13 to outscore Paris in the fourth, but not quite enough after that disastrous third quarter when they only managed 7 points on the offensive end. That really tells the story. For North Lamar tonight, just a quick look, it would appear that Jeremy Moore, who fouled out with 1:41 to go, finishes the night with 14 points. Let's go down and see if anybody else had more than that. Stephen Hohenberger finished the night with 12 for North Lamar. Kevin Moore had 8. Danny McDowell had a great second quarter with 7 points and didn't do much the rest of the game. And Chris Chapman very quickly had 8 points for North Lamar tonight. The real story for Paris, 28 points tonight for Rod Washington, and he is expected to do that. But then we had Kevin Parker in off the bench, 4 points at the half, came out, scored 13 in the second half, and finishes the night with 17 points. And clutch free throw shooting by Marcus Wade down the stretch, 4 in a row. Really the story, as North Lamar never could hit the important free throws late in the game. In fact, Stephen Hohenberger missing on the front ends of 1-and-1, missed making a 3-point play by missing the free throw. Trey Streety missed the front end of a 1-and-1, and Jeremy Moore missed the front end of a 1-and-1. So that's 6 potential points right there that would have had this game at least tied, and they might have won it had North Lamar been able to hit the critical free throws. So for Paris, the Wildcats moved to 10-11 on the year, 3-2 in district, and they're hoping that Texas High wins that showdown between Texas High and Liberty Ilo tonight in Texarkana. North Lamar drops to 9-13, 2-3 in district. The earlier game tonight, in case you missed it, 56-54. The Paris Lady Cats hold on to edge North Lamar's. Time just ran out on the Pantherettes. Just 2 great games. There isn't a whole lot to say. We will see you next Friday night on Acts 27 as we're at North Lamar to watch the Panthers play the Liberty Ilo Leopards in second half District 15 4A boys action. A quick reminder that you can watch the Northeast Texas Game of the Week 3 times every week, 6 o'clock on Saturday nights, 2 o'clock on Sunday afternoons rather, and then again at 9 o'clock on Monday mornings. And we hope you'll join us for all 3. It's been our pleasure to bring you this doubleheader, our only one of the 1991 basketball season between the Paris Wildcats, North Lamar Panthers, and the Pantherettes and North Lamar Lady Cats. And tonight, by chance, in some cases, it has been a Wildcat sweep here at Wildcat Gym. But remember, last year it was all Pantherettes here and there. And so for Sandra Stevens, a measure of revenge as she sweeps both games this year, both at North Lamar and at Paris High. We hope you've enjoyed our games tonight on Axe TV 27. And for all of our Channel 27 volunteers, I'd like to thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next Friday at North Lamar.